Speaking of sticky situations, we'll go back to the thing at the ledge. When you said, like, yo, we might have to run, I'm thinking, like, yo, that other guy with us ain't running anywhere.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too. And it's like, yo, sorry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 7 Days Makes 1 Week. I'm too hungover to think of anything clever, so I'm Freddie P in the place to be. Immediately to my left is young Neek, also back in the place to be. And on the ones and twos behind the camera is producer Zach. We were just bullshitting before the pod, and I didn't want to leave it in the hallway, so we'll send it back to Nico. You went to the casino last night after a round of golf with our buddies, did you?
Yeah, I fucking... Okay, so go and take out fucking money. First of all, the casino's got this set up perfectly. You can only take out hundreds. You can't even take out a 20 or a fucking 40. It's only in denominations
yeah.
of 100.
Not fucking around.
Yeah, unless you got $100 in your account, you ain't fucking playing. Also, the fucking
if you don't got $100
fee,
in your account, you shouldn't be there.
That's true.
What they're saying.
That is true. Also, the fee to take out money is $6.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So
come strapped next time.
pretty much.
All right.
We fucking go to the casino there. We're sitting down. And Mike's like, where do you want to sit? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just not sitting in the same spot I sat last time because I lost a bunch of money. Well, I didn't lose, but the dealer deals the cards. Fucking Franco, Mike, myself. 3, 4, 4. Everybody else gets decent cards. Dealer, 10. It's like, what the fuck, man? Then the dealer flips the card over. It's an ace. It's like, I swear that obviously it's not rigged, but it fucking sure seems like it's rigged for the dealer to win. The dealer will have everybody will go around, they'll have their cards, they'll stay or whatever. Then the dealer flips over their card. Say he's got a face card of 2. The card that they first see is a 2. And then
Did they flip it over and it's a 19?
pretty fucking much. Well, they'll flip it over and it's a 10. Okay? And then they'll draw another card. It's a 3. Now they're at 15. Then they'll draw another card. They'll get a fucking 6, 21. It's like, what the fuck, man? And that seems to happen, like, more than it should. Do it to me, I could start with a 12. Flip one card over, it's a 4. Flip the next card over, it's a fucking 10. Like, it just seems that it's so fucking rigged. Then on my last money that I had 60 bucks, I think. Franco was like, yo, I'm going to save the little bit of this money and go to the roulette table. I was like, all right, whatever. So we go to the roulette table right next to the blackjack table and fucking put my money on red. Guess what comes up? Black. Green.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, the only, like, when you look at a roulette table, you think, oh, you bet red or black, it's a 50-50. No. It's like 44 or 48%.
Because there should be, if I remember
greens.
correctly, there's 48 spots and then 2 greens. So
0 and 00.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's what's half of 40? There's 24 red, 24 black, and then
No, isn't it 12, 12, and 12? So
Yeah,
there would be 36
36
total numbers. So I think there's 18 of each color and then 2 greens.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm not.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it's 36.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
Because you can bet on the
thought 50
odds or
was way
evens,
too high.
first 12, second 12, third 12.
That's right.
You're
Colors.
You're
That's
right.
right,
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah, man, it just seems like playing blackjack, everything
What is
just
that?
seems so
2 out of 36?
fucking rigged. I think it's like 46% or some shit. You have a
That would be
46%.
1/18th, right?
Yeah, well, like
Yeah.
34
So
divided
two
by
36
that would be less than 10%, wouldn't it?
34 divided by 36 is 94%. It's 94% that it won't be green.
So 6%,
So
so less than
6%,
10%, yeah.
Yeah, like it
Yeah,
just,
but you put $10 down on that, and you're fucking walking out there, and guess what? You can go supersize your meal at McDonald's.
if you
tonight.
put hold on,
Extra fries.
so
That's
if you
right.
put $10 on the green and it lands on green, how much do you only make your money back or
No, if it lands on green, that's 1 out of
36?
well, It would be plus the 2 greens. They have to be included in that. So it'd be 1 out of 38. So you have 1 out of 38. So if you times it by
38.
no,
$5. Say you put $5 down on it.
so 5 times 37, wouldn't it be?
I guess, yeah.
So 37 plus 37.
Yeah, you
is
make a bunch of money.
74 times 3 is 144 plus.
Yeah, there's a roulette payout
Oh,
calculator.
nice.
Oh, what the fuck? There's only red and black. How come there doesn't have a green option? Red, black, even, odd, high, first, second, and third 12. First column, second column, third column, straight, split, street, corners, or doubles. The fuck? That's kind of weird.
I like roulette too, but it's something that's so out of your control.
Yeah, man.
As far as gambling games go, I think roulette and craps are probably the ones where you have the highest risk, but also the highest reward. But I feel like there's no medium point, right? Like blackjack, you can kind of fake your way along up to a certain point.
Betting on green pays out either 35 to 1 or 17 to 1, depending on the roulette version you're playing.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's an American version that has double zeros, and the European version has a single zero.
So
Okay,
5
so-
times 35 is 70, 140 plus another 35 is 205. So you bet $5, you make $205.
That's it?
In the European version, when there's only one.
That's right.
In the American
But
version
off
with two, it's only
$5, that's
17.
an insane return off $5, is it not? So let's put $5,000 on there. Then you got $205,000 in return.
5 times 37 is only 185. And 5 times
Okay, my math
17
is-
is 85.
My math is off.
30 to 1, yeah. Yeah, because when we were playing blackjack last week, Matthias hit like fucking. There's the perfect pair and then there's the lucky. So if you get a perfect, or not perfect pair, yeah, it's called perfect pair. So like if you get a 3 of clubs and then a 3 of clubs again, it's 30 to 1. And then there's a regular pair, which is 15 to 1. An offsuit pair is 15 to 1. And then there's one other one that's 10 to 1. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, he won like fucking twice or 3 times last time we went. He had $100 and left with 500.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know, in Vegas, you can, I know at the Bellagio for sure, maybe even the MGM too, but you can play War there for money.
Like the card
The
game?
card game War.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's what Dan likes to play a lot.
Really? With the
War.
dealer?
Just high card, man. All it is high card. And then once you pair up with someone, the odds go, and then, yeah, you can keep betting on the 3 cards that come down.
And you play with the dealer?
The dealer, yep.
Nice. That's
cool,
pretty
man.
sick.
Yeah. I never played it, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really
pretty
have
cool.
the stomach for gambling.
Yeah, gambling stuff, like you were saying earlier, you were like, oh, it seems like no shit the casino's supposed to win. It's kind of the point.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like all the games are
Except poker, right?
Except for poker, yeah. All the games
You're
are
playing against the casino. Poker, you're playing against the other
yes,
players.
and they're all designed to make money in the long run. Yeah, you know what? There might be a couple guys that hit big, but the chances of them when they come back, the chances of them losing is a lot higher than them winning again. You know what I mean? The casino's always going to make their money.
That's kind of what I wanted to say about, you know how counting cards is like illegal?
Yes.
So, or not illegal, but
Frowned upon.
that's right. So if you think about it, if you're gambling, counting cards is just learning the game better and setting yourself up. You're not doing anything wrong besides.
No.
So imagine in any other sport, it's just like you can't practice your free throws because it makes you too good. It's kind of the same sort of situation, right? What do you
Yes.
guys think about that?
I think that
Like you're not doing anything wrong. You're
No,
just
not at
knowing
all.
the game and trying to like strategize how you're able to get a one up on it. And apparently you're not supposed to do that. So it's basically like you said earlier, the casinos, it's in the favor of the casino. So if you try to do anything better to one up the casino, you get banned. You get
yeah,
beat up.
man, you getting shit for it. It's like
You get beat up.
Mm-hmm.
You get fucked up.
yeah, and then like and that's fucked up. It's almost like
I always kind of make little comparisons in my head, and I almost kind of like when you were saying that, it's almost like how James Harden changed basketball with his like,
Step back.
well, yeah, the step back and just how many like shitty foul calls he started getting. The pulling up in the middle when they're trying to hand
Coming
check
through
you, and
their
all of a
hands,
sudden
yeah.
that's a foul. If in like the NBA, it's like governed and stuff like that. If the NBA was like street ball, people would just beat them up.
yeah.
So like that's what I'm like kind of like making like it's like if you're gonna rig the game like this, where it's not even like, and this is different, but like not even fun for the rest of us to play. Like you're calling these bullshit ass fouls, which is this the comparisons aren't all the way there, and I understand that as I'm talking through this, but that's like the casino is just like the big bully. And it's like, hey, well, the law is not going to do anything about it, so we're just going to beat you up, and we technically own this building, and it's a private business, so we're just not going to let you in anymore to take our money and go fuck yourself. And I mean, yeah, it is kind of shitty, but, you know, it'd be like if, like, a big gang, like, you know, unions back in the day, there was unfair working conditions, and they couldn't do anything about it, so the big bully union was like, yo, if the fucking people don't treat the workers right, we're just gonna come there and break their fucking legs.
Yeah.
Like it's
that
exactly. Happens in like not every industry, but like where there's shadiness, violence fucking takes like a dominant stance. You know what I mean? Like a couple months ago, there was this guy that worked with me at work, and he was like a skinnier, nerdy kind of hippie guy. Probably never been in a fight in his life, and I'm not even saying any of these things to like talk him down. He was a super nice guy and whatever, but he was one day talking about how he would like, he thinks that anarchy would be like okay, pretty much, like he would, like people would just work themselves out and like society would just figure it out. And I was like, dude, but that's not true. Like I show up to work one day and you got a nice fucking car and I had to take the bus in fucking February. I just walk up to you and I'm like, yeah, dog, that car is mine now. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, listen, this is going to go the easy way or the hard way. Like, you just hand me the keys or I'm just going to beat the fucking shit out of you and then take the keys. Like, your decision. And then this other guy that I worked with was like, straight up, man. Like, if you're at a bar, if you're at a nightclub with your girl and you walk by a dude and someone, like, smacks her on the ass and stuff, he's like, you're not an aggressive guy. You're not a violent guy. You're probably not going to really confront that guy. And he's like, as you shouldn't. Like, you're a civilian. But you're going to go get security or you're going to go talk to a cop and be like, yo, this guy, like, just sexually assaulted my girlfriend. Da-da-da. He goes, in the situation you're saying, he goes, this is the other guy speaking. He goes, me, I smack your girlfriend in the ass and there's no security, no police. What the fuck you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
You turn and look at me, I'll punch you in the face and slap her again. Like, slap her in the ass again. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, what the fuck you gonna do about it? So, as much as people like to say fuck the police and da-da-da-da-da, like, there definitely has to be some sort of...
Most of the people that say fuck the police, the first person they call when someone's talking to them loudly, like, hey, how are you? It's like, I'm calling the police.
Right?
So most people that say fuck the police, that's on their speed dial. Just in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And there's a lot of people I say, I'm like, I've said that to people, and I'm like, bro, someone breaks into your house or someone breaks into your neighbor's house and it's some little old lady, someone's harassing my mom, of course I'm going to call the police. Like, I'm a civilian. I work a 9-to-5 job. I'm not a gangster.
Yeah, what else are you going to do? Call the Ghostbusters? Like, fuck.
Well, go handle it yourself is what those guys
and then you're going to get arrested.
And I'm like, yeah, have fun.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It is
you
what it is.
better be fucking strapped.
Right?
Straight up.
Fuck, Nico, our friend Nathan and I the other night thought we almost had to be strapped.
Man.
We're sitting at the ledge being losers playing Pokemon.
After Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After we're here Friday, the two of us go and meet up with our other friend. We go to the ledge to catch some Pokemon because we're fucking losers.
Well, no, Pokemon's cool.
Yeah, actually, Pokemon's cool. Fuck that. Pokemon's cool. And then we're sitting there by the one area, and there's a road probably like 15 feet away from us, and we're just sitting on a bench, sitting there hanging out. And this truck drives by. Then it drives by again. Then the third time it drives by and then just like stops.
And backed up.
And then backed up. Yeah, so it was like pretty like level with us.
Was it an undercover, you think, or no?
No.
There was people in the back. There was a guy like...
There was 4 people in the truck.
And there was a guy like peering out the window like
yeah, and
this,
the driver like glared over at us, kind of looked, and I seen the person in the passenger lean, and then yeah, like the one guy leaned out the back, and all of us were like, yo, like...
Are we going to have to run?
Are we going to have to it's fight or flight? Like, that's what's up. And then, like, yeah, we all just kind of, like, turned and, like, stared at them, and they stared at us. And it was, like, a solid, like, 5 seconds of just silence. Like, all of us just put our phones staring at these guys, just staring there. And then they just drove off. It was fucked up.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I was definitely sketched out.
It sounds like they were casing you guys out to see if maybe they were going to rob you, or maybe there's a lot of that shit going on.
I definitely think that they were looking at us for a reason.
They were thinking about whether it was worth the risk versus reward to take your shit or try to take your shit.
Yeah.
And the reward.
What kind of was it? A nice truck?
Yeah, it was a decent truck.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it was probably like a Silverado or something like that.
I feel like they were trying to weigh the risk versus reward of fucking trying to get your guys' shit.
And like
walking around with your guys' expensive phones out.
I mean,
not that you're doing anything wrong, but at that time of night, that's
For
almost
sure.
like a beacon for
Yeah.
people up to no
that's
good,
the
right?
thing is like, I had nothing on me. I don't know what Fred had in his little fucking man purse.
Yeah,
there,
I
but-
had my man purse with me, but in my man, like, the only thing I'd be concerned, like, glasses, which suck because they're prescription, blah 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 blah. But like, I just give them that, and my wallet, which again I had like $60 in cash, but then it's the credit cards in your wallet, right? And your ID, exactly. So that would suck. I'm more worried about like my necklace and my earring and like my custom one-of-one dog pendant that I made after my dog. Like that's what I even instantly told Nico. I was like, "Fuck, I'll just hand him the bag. I won't even put up a fight. Here, take that." But if you ask me to take off the chain that like I got gifted from my grandmother and my custom dog pendant, it's like, "Yo, boys, you might have to fight with me here because
Yeah.
like I'm unless they pull out a knife or a gun, I ain't just giving it up. Like fuck that." But at the same time, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of sketchy. At one point, I kind of like, in my head, I was like, man, I might have to like bluff these guys. I kind of like put my hand in my purse a little bit when I was standing there looking at them, like
Like you're strapped up.
Yeah,
like I got something in there. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
there's 4 of them, there's 3 of us, and we all turned. I just slowly kind of went.
Like you got that biscuit in your bag.
So, my buddy Nathan asked later, he was like, I was like, 100% bluff, dog. Like, I got a fucking sunglasses. I'm pulling out a sunglasses case. 100% bluffing. But yeah, that was actually really fucking sketchy. But it didn't end up. They circled because you can like see where they drive around, and they circled and they slowed down in another spot, and we're like, yo, are they still like scoping us out? Are they looking at someone else? And then they fucked off, and they were never to be seen again. A random bear mace attack crossed my mind.
Oh, that
too.
could happen.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
too.
dude.
I know a person personally from my work crew that works
Just
in the-
completely random.
No, that he was the person that bear maced. No, we know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he's bear maced people before. So.
Just completely random.
Not randomly, he got caught cutting under a car
Uh,
on a job site, and then at, like not our job site, but like someone else's. And I guess he told me the project manager came up and was like, "Man, I really hope no one listens to this and they trace all the steps back." And, no, but apparently the project manager came up to him and was like, "I'm calling the cops," and this guy was just like, "You got 2 options. You can call the cops." Or and I'll have to do what I have to do, or we can just leave it at
Walk
this.
away.
I'll go my way, you go your way. And the guy said, "I'm calling the cops." So we pulled out bear maced them, and fucking took off running. So that's what I'm saying. People be doing anything these days. You can be walking down the street with groceries, and if someone thinks that they earned them more than you did, they're probably gonna try to get them from you.
which is wild.
I've seen somebody get bear maced. Like,
Really?
I wonder what the difference is between bear mace and regular mace.
I just imagine potency.
Probably,
Yeah.
or maybe there's a particular ingredient that affects bears more than it affects humans.
Maybe.
Well, I'm sure it affects humans.
No, I just mean like you gotta have something that's
Yeah.
extra for bears,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, when I was younger, 14, 15, we were chilling. We used to chill in the bus stops. We were chilling in a bus stop by Elizabeth Seton. And
Chill in the bus stop.
yeah, dude, we used to chill in bus stop. That's our
How many
thing.
people?
45.
Yeah, like how many people can you hang out with in a bus stop? 4 or 5?
Yeah,
Most?
4 or
Yeah.
5 people. Yeah, we're not like fucking all cramped in the bus stop, but we would just chill at the bus stops. And we'd do like fucking coke and shit in there or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hold on, you did coke in a see-through bus stop?
oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. We didn't give a fuck, man. We didn't.
I'm just trying to wrap my head
Drive
around that.
through
Like,
downtown. You see how many people are literally they got the
No,
tin
but they got
foils,
clear
they-
walls.
I
It's
know
just-
they
We
don't
didn't-
give a fuck.
We didn't give a fuck, man.
Protection from the wind. That's all you're looking
Yeah,
for.
exactly. We'd sit there. We'd have like a little CD case. We'd sit there and we'd fucking chop up our coke right on the bus stop.
Yeah, this is
and then-
before everyone had iPhones. You
Yeah,
you
man.
didn't have a fucking
Yeah,
pallet
dude.
anywhere you went.
So I knew the guy who did the bear macing. So what happened was him and his girlfriend were driving down the road. So the road is like, it's just like an L-shaped road. There's the school right here, the bus stop right there, and then there's the bend that's right there. So way down on the fucking in the middle of the road, there's this chick that is standing in the middle of the road, and a car, the guy who does the bear macing is inside the car with his girlfriend. I don't know. I think he's passenger. And the girl is standing in front of the car, not letting the car drive by. They're like turning to the left. The girl goes into the left. turning to the right, the car, you know what I mean? Like, she's just staying in front of the car. Finally, the car gets around, comes up to the bus stop. Like, we're right at the bus stop, fucking standing there. The chick's way over there still. Buddy runs out, got a can of fucking bear mace. Buddy runs out of the vehicle, runs straight up to her like fucking this. Literally, the can had to have been 3 feet away from her face, maybe even less. Just fucking... And all you see is like a big plume of orange fucking
It's orange, right?
orange fucking smoke or whatever the fuck you call it, and then chick's just like she drops to the ground. We all look at each other. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here, yo. We got the fuck out of there, and that was it. And it
So you
was
just
like,
happened to know that guy? Like, he wasn't coming to see you guys or anything?
no,
You just
we happen to
be-
know him. Yeah, so like in that little area, like there was a bunch of kids, like a bunch of people that we knew because we used to frequent that area, and there was some hard dudes like that we didn't grow up with them, but like they were around and we knew them. You know what I mean? We were like acquaintances
Yeah.
and shit. You see the guy, you'd be like, yo, what's up? But but there were some hard guys around there, man. They don't give a fuck. Like, you fuck with them, they'll beat the fuck out of you.
If
And
not
like,
more,
If
yeah.
not more, yeah. And like, it was good to have them on our side. Well, not really on our side, but
Be
like
cool with them.
Be cool with them, yeah, and have them cool with us. You know what I mean? So like,
That's always a nice feeling. It's like, yo, I'm just a hippie. I'm just a funny
Yeah.
guy, hippie guy. Leave me alone. I don't want no problems. And the funny thing about like gangster guys like that is they appreciate that more. They're like, yo, you're a super cool dude. Like, no, you're not a tough guy, and the fact that you don't try to be is awesome. Like,
yeah, man.
keep you around to have a laugh. But if the shit goes down and you leave, like, cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't be
We
here
don't
anyway.
expect you. Yeah, we don't expect you to help us. So yeah, that was the only time I ever saw somebody get maced. But yeah, that chick was fucked. She was like crying and screaming. And, yeah, we were just like, yeah, it's time to leave.
The wild thing is that like he had already left the situation.
Yeah.
It's not like he got out of the car to mace the girl to get her
No.
out of the way.
He fucking
got
went
out of.
back.
He could have continued
Yes.
to drive and then went back.
Yeah, he went back. He was probably just so pissed off. He's like, yo, fuck this bitch. She's getting it.
Something like that happened to me one time. I even remember telling you about this when I used to work downtown at the jewelry store. There's one specific like community member, we'll call him, and he's in a wheelchair and he's got no legs from the knees down. And I would see this guy,
Lieutenant Dan, yeah.
Lieutenant Dan, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, and I'd always see him around the neighborhood and shit. And then the one day I'm walking to my car, and he was kind of like fucking with this. I used to park in an alley, and there was like a guy in a minivan, and he had to like kind of like finagle and like almost off road a little bit to get around this guy. And I was like, that was really fucked up. Then I got in my car, and he was kind of behind my car, but I could like back out, and I kind of finagled it, but I backed out the wrong way, so he's now in front of me. And the exact same thing happened, man. Like, I tried to go right. He kind of, like, he would move. And, like, you can't maneuver your car quick enough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of get out of the car, and I was, like, gonna go and grab the handles of the fucking wheelchair and just, like, fuck him off that way, kind of. I was like, what else am I gonna do? I guess I could have backed up in hindsight. Duh. But, fuck, now I really feel like an idiot. But, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then there's like a little corner store right at the end of the alley with like a little bodega. They just like sell weed, shit, and blah, blah, blah. And I know the guy, like the guy that runs, its name's Ben, and he's always sitting on the front step and waving at people, real community guy. And I was like, yo, Ben, like, do you know this guy? And he like leans over and Charlie, we'll just call him. He's like, Charlie? And I was like, yo, like, what the fuck? And then he was like, he comes over and he's like, yo, like, Charlie, what are you doing? And then like they started having a conversation. He grabbed the chair and he walked him away. And then I just left. I was like, this is fucked up. Then I talked to him the next day, the Ben guy, and I was like, yo, what was that about? And he was like, man, that guy, like, I don't remember the exact diagnosis or whatever, but he has some sort of mental health issue, some paranoia or schizophrenia or something like that, and he'd been off his meds for 2 days. And he literally told that Charlie guy that he wanted me to run him over and kill him. He wanted me to run him over with my car. He was intentionally trying to get him. And I was like, holy fuck, like, Ben Dog, thank God you were there. And yeah, he just was like, yo, what are you doing? Then apparently they talk, like, this Ben guy for that community, downtown Edmonton's very drug riddled. It's not a very good spot. He's like, one day I walked to my car and there was this dude that walked up to me and he's like, bro, my fucking girlfriend's overdosing over there. Help me. And I was like, how? Like, how can I help you? What do you want me to do? And he was like, you got an naloxone kit? And I was like, no. And then I pointed to that corner store. I was like, yo, go in that store right there and ask Ben for one. I was like, I almost guarantee you he has one. The guy's name is Ben. And then I'm not going to lie, I just hopped in my car and fucked off. I don't really know what happened. But then 2 days later, I went and talked to the Ben guy again. Because I used to buy like blunts from him, and I buy papers and shit from him just to like support his little store. And I went and talked to him a couple days later, and he was like, yeah, I keep like the Alberta Health or whatever just gives out naloxone kits. So he's like, I got like fucking
that
50
Narcan
of them.
things.
Narcan.
Yeah,
or whatever,
Narcan. Yeah.
I don't think it's a. I don't know what it is. I think
There's a couple different ones. There's a nasal one.
a nasal.
And
Yeah,
there's
this
the
one was a
fucking one you
nasal one.
stab.
And he passed it to me. He's like, man, if you work, like, just take this. And I was like, well, dude, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. He's like, you don't have to. Just hand it to them. They know. Just walk away. Hand it to them. Walk away. He's like, you don't even have to get involved. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they've probably handled that before.
Exactly. So now I might have taken it out since I don't work downtown anymore, but I literally had one in my glove compartment in my car. I'm like, I don't even really do drugs at all. I smoke weed. But, like, just to have in case I was in that area and that happened again. Because, like, that was fucked up, man. Somebody dying.
I actually, on the way here, drove down that area. Like, fucking the Hope Mission and fucking... What road is it?
Probably like 103rd or 104th Ave.
105th or 104th. It's
Yeah.
literally right where you used to work.
Yeah.
So
that's 103rd Ave.
So
is
if
exactly
you go,
where I worked.
if you go more north,
Yeah.
there's a fucking
The area really that's like greasy is like 107th Ave to pretty much Jasper.
like where I was, man, was a fucking dump.
Yeah.
There was people literally, you're driving down the road, all of a sudden there's a guy walking right in front of you in the middle of the fucking street. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's just like walking right by, didn't even acknowledge that there's a vehicle there. There's fucking tents down more north and you know where that little gas station is? There's a fucking gas station on the corner of 103rd and 93rd or 94th.
The
or some
Hughes?
shit? Nah, it's like a card block. You can only
Yeah. I know exactly where that is.
So that's the road that I came down.
Yeah, that's the exact road my
Okay,
store
yeah.
is. The
So,
store is on that
To
avenue.
get here, I turned left down that road, and then on the left-hand side, there's like fucking tents and fucking bums and shit, druggies.
Oh,
and,
dude, it's an epidemic down there,
dude,
bro.
it was fucking insane. And then you keep going down more, than there's the Hope Mission on the right, which was there was a mess of people there. And then, like, yeah, man, I was just like, man, this place is fucking...
Yeah, imagine working there, dude.
This
It
place
sucked.
is horrible.
Yeah, it sucked working down there.
Yeah, man, and I'm thinking to myself, man, those tents, it's probably so hot in those fucking things.
Oh.
It's like 30 degrees outside right now, and being in a tent is like, fuck, I'm hot just sitting in here. You know
With
what
the
I
AC
mean?
on.
Like, yeah, but yeah, like, those people are, sucks to suck, man. I mean, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, no. Yeah, drugs suck. Don't do drugs, kids. Do you guys have really anything else you'd like to talk about before we get to the meat and potatoes there?
A head kick that was heard all around the world.
Oh, yeah. The UFC fights last night. I don't remember what UFC it is.
278.
Kamaru
278.
Usman and Leon Edwards.
But there was other good fights on that card too.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold and Paulo Costa.
You guys feel free to... I've only seen the head kick. That's the only thing I've seen.
The only thing I actually saw was the Paulo Costa Luke Rockhold fight, and
which is a pretty good fight for
yeah.
Luke Rockhold being fucking 39 years old or
yeah,
however old
he
is.
he's I'm pretty sure
He retired
after
in this
that.
post.
Yeah,
and he was
'cause-
kissing Joe Rogan on the cheek and shit.
Yeah,
after.
I looked like he was like crying and shit when he was walking out. But like, yeah, man, that fight was a pretty good fight. But literally after round one, did you watch it?
I watched the highlights.
Yeah, literally after round one, they were like
Gassed.
Luke Rockhold was literally in the middle of the ring, like it's like round two. He's like
On his hands, yeah, like that.
on his hands and knees.
You gotta think, though,
Dude.
you
Look
gotta-
like he just playing soccer and just fucking made a big sprint.
But you got to think they're fighting at middleweight, so 185. Those guys probably walk around between 210 and 215.
Yes.
So they're probably so dehydrated from the weight cut and everything.
Yeah, man. Like, both of those guys looked fucking jacked.
Oh yeah,
man.
there's nothing left to them except for whatever supplements they've taken that are allowed and a little bit of moisture to make sure they're still able to perform.
Pretty much, yeah, man. So like, yeah, they were both fucking dead tired, but it was a pretty good fight.
Apparently, there's a different. We'll get back to the main event in a second, but about like weight cuts and whatever. Apparently, there's one of the. I've heard them talk about it on Joe Rogan. One of the fighting companies, they do like hydration or I think it's called a hydration test.
Drip therapy?
No. Like the governing sanction to make you like a qualified fighter is they do these hydration tests where like throughout camp and they take a bunch of, I don't know 100%,
samples.
but they get like a baseline of where you should be hydrated. Then like 2 days before the fight they do it, and then like the weigh-ins they do it, at the fight they do it, because like the main way to cut weight is like just dehydrate like a motherfucker at the end, and it's apparently like super unhealthy for you.
Fuck yeah.
So like they don't let you if you drop out of like a certain range, it's like, yo, stop, you can't make that weight, it's not healthy for you to fight there, sorry, type deal.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, which it could, like physically the guy could do it, you know,
But he's gonna be all fucked up.
yeah, and apparently it's like better for the fighters in the long run, and some of the fighters are like, man, fuck that, like if I want to fucking fight at whatever weight, if I can make the weight, I can make the weight, that's my risk, blah blah blah. But then the other people were like, well, no, we insurances and blah 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 blah, and it was just a debate on like whether they should do that or not. But then like Joe Rogan was saying, like, of course he's like trying to play both sides. He's like, I get it if you're the fighter because like you're used to fighting at this weight, you've been cutting, you've been doing all these things, but then what they're saying is like, well, in theory, you like if you can actually get there, and like if you're telling us you can get to that weight and be healthy at that weight, you should be able to maintain somewhere around that weight.
Yeah.
All of the time.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have to do these things to get there. So you should be able to pass all these tests. Do that, and you're fine. In theory.
Well, it's interesting you say that because we all know Patty Pimblett, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the blonde hair
Patty
guy?
the Batty, yeah.
Yeah.
So he is known. He's got like this meme thing going on about him. He fights at 155, which is lightweight,
Yeah.
but between fights he gets a big belly. He eats a lot of food, and Dana White was saying in the post-fight press conference that kind of lifestyle is very unsustainable for a UFC fighter because his weight fluctuations are so severe. Like, not severe in a bad way, but he's going from 190
Drastic.
to 150. Yeah, drastic is a much better word. But he's doing it so frequently that it's not good for your body. So he said it's
Can't be.
Yeah, so
Your joints and shit would have to like get accustomed to moving with that, and then like losing.
well, just
it
think
and
of your
gaining it,
organs
your
processing
tendons.
these foods, then these foods, then these foods. Like, you're eating healthy in camp, then you get out and you're just shoving burgers down your gullet. Then you got to get healthy again. Then you're back to burgers. So I'm guessing that your body doesn't really be able to develop any sort of consistency in how it operates.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that you said that. I thought that.
Even like I was gonna call him Gareth Bale, Christian Bale, right? You guys have seen like the picture
Machinist?
of all of his different body shapes throughout all of his movies. Have you guys seen that picture?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, good for him, I guess. Like, role or whatever act. What do they call that? Method actor. Yeah, like you're fucking committing. You're getting all the way there, but like, dude, to see him get like fat for the one movie, and I know he wore a bodysuit in the one movie, but there's one movie where he got like decently fat. And then, yeah, he gets down to like 130 pounds for the machinist. Then he bulks back up to, I think it's like 185 pounds or something like that to be Batman. And then for the fighter, he plays a junkie. He goes back down to like 150 pounds, just losing muscle, gaining muscle. Like, man, that cannot be good for that guy.
Fuck no.
Like, so drastic.
It's all in the sake of art. He's
I
an
mean,
actor.
Those Batman movies were sweet.
Those
were
they
the
were
best
sick.
ones.
What's The Machinist about?
I have no idea. I've never seen it.
Do a quick Google on it. Just Google the machinist.
You
I've just
got
seen
it.
the picture of him all fucking.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
all
he's
body contorted.
Yeah.
And
Literally
he's
looks
like
like a fucking crackhead.
He looks like
Worse.
Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers.
That's
That was-
another one.
That was a good movie.
I've never seen that either.
It's about
Man.
AIDS.
Man, we kind of. Did you watch it with us at the bucket?
No, I don't think so.
There was one day where I was like, yo, let's just throw this movie on. I've heard it's pretty good. And then I like told everyone, I was like, yeah, it's about like Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto and about like AIDS and shit. And they were all like, I guess. And then we all sat there and watched the movie in like silence. You know what I mean? We're all actually watching the movie at the end. We're like, fuck, that was a good movie. We're like, fuck yeah, that was a great fucking
He's got
movie.
AIDS medication that he's selling
It's
illegal
based
AIDS
on
medication.
a true story. It's about a cowboy that's in Texas and he contracts AIDS, and then he realizes that in Mexico, this like it's not all the way federally approved, but it's like mostly approved or some shit, but it like really helps AIDS patients, but they wouldn't allow it in America. So he just goes down to Mexico and starts smuggling it up to America and like opens a clinic and like prolongs all these AIDS people's lives, but then like the government's fucking with them and shit. So like he's doing good but technically illegal things, and it's actually a really good performance from him and Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. The Machinist?
Okay, so Trevor Resnick is a machinist. Sorry, I'm just can't get over the fact that phonetically I think it's machinist.
I'm sure.
Is it?
I have no idea, dude.
Sorry. Anyways, he's that in a factory. An extreme case of insomnia has led him to not sleeping in a year and his body withering away to almost nothing. He has an obsessive compulsion to write himself reminder notes and keep track of the dwindling weight, both scribbled on yellow stickies in his apartment. The only person he lets into his life, as an emotional sense, is Stevie, a prostitute, although he has an infatuation with Maria, a single mother waitress working in an airport diner. His co-workers don't associate with... Sorry, they didn't write this correctly. His co-workers don't associate with him and mistrust him because of not knowing what is going on in his life that has led him to his emaciated physical appearance. A workplace incident further alienates him with his coworkers, and in conjunction with some unfamiliar pieces of paper he finds in his apartment, Trevor believes that someone or some people, probably one of or some of his coworkers, are out to get him, using a phantom employee named Yvonne as their front. And Trevor goes on a search for evidence as to Yvonne's schemes and whereabouts. Trevor might come to a true understanding of what has caused his insomnia. So it's a psychological thriller.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I think I might
sounds
do that.
pretty
Sounded
decent.
pretty cool.
Imagine not sleeping
For a
I'm pretty
year.
sure you would die if you didn't sleep for a year. But
Potentially.
For sure, man. You'd start after I think it's after less than a week, 3 or 4 5 days, you start hallucinating, you start fucking, yeah, you're fucked. Your brain is frying itself.
yeah,
Because you got no sleep. Sleep is super important if you
one
think
of the
about
most
it.
important things in your life.
If you think about it, you sleep for a third of your lifetime.
Yeah.
And scientists don't really know why sleep is so important, or what, they're still trying to figure out why you sleep for a third of your life and why it's so important. But yeah, that's why crackheads and shit and meth heads go on a 2-week bender and they're uncontrollable. They're in a meth-induced psychosis. They're fucking insane. Well, you think they're insane, but they're just fucking sleep deprived. You know?
Causing them to be insane.
Yeah, causing them to be insane. Yeah. So, yeah.
I did some research into Guantanamo Bay one time, and one of the torture methods that they would use on the people is that they would have very, very, very bright lights, very loud techno music or screaming rock music, and make them stand so that they couldn't sleep.
Damn.
Yeah, and that makes people crack or whatever. But sorry, I took you off path and we got going. Kamaru Usman or whatever his name is, got fucking head kicked yesterday. Zach was telling me kind of the breakdown of it. He was one win away from tying Anderson Silva's UFC longest winning streak. Longest, I guess I guess you can't only win or lose. Can you draw in the UFC? Or no contest?
It's a no contest, and it usually results from eye pokes or groin kicks or something that renders the other person unable to fight, with that not being a submission or a knockout. Something that's not from there.
Yeah, not a doctor stoppage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Doctor stoppage is still a win.
Yeah, for the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess he'd got 15 wins in a row, which is one short of Anderson Silva's 16. From what I understand, Anthony Edwards?
Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards had a really good first round, and then Kamaru Usman took round 2, 3, and 4 and was looking quite dominant in round 5. Well, not dominant. I guess it was a really good fight, but looked like he was on his way to winning the 5th round. And then with about a minute left in the fight, his hands popped down. Have you seen the kick?
No, I haven't.
I saw it earlier today, but I don't remember where it was. The guy throws a right. Leon Edwards throws a right, and Carl Usman doesn't really do much about it. And then when he goes to throw the kick, he just... I think he must have thought a right hand was coming or something because he ducks and leans and just fucking eats a shin right to the fucking side of the face.
Damn.
His body does one of those and he fucking goes back. Like, Leon Edwards didn't even have to finish it. He
Yeah,
just
he dropped him like a
fucking just
bad
raised
habit.
his hands.
Sick. Yeah, Franco had put $100, $100 on Paulo. I think his name's Paulo Costa and Kamaru Usman to win, and fucking yeah, he lost all his money. He was choked.
Well, Paulo Costa still won.
Yeah, Paulo. Yeah, but it was a two.
Split
It was a
decision.
parlay.
Oh.
He parlayed them, so they needed both of them to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like
I
a
probably
single-
would have bet on Usman too if I was a betting man, just because of how dominant he's been.
Well, didn't he win the first fight they fought? They
Yeah,
obviously
that was
won
in
the first fight.
2015 though. That's 7 years ago.
Oh, really?
And then there's an infamous. You guys know Jorge Masvidal, right?
Yeah.
There's a sick clip of him and Leon Edwards. They're all in the same weight class.
Yeah.
Same with Colby Covington, whatever. There's a clip of it was Jorge Masvidal after he gave that one knee to Ben Askren.
Yeah,
And he's getting interviewed with this very prominent female UFC reporter. And
yeah. Megan O'Leary.
no. And Leon Edwards walks by, and they kind of have like this exchange off camera, and Jorge Masvidal starts walking towards Leon Edwards, and you can hear the female reporter going, George! And then he walks up to Leon and gives him what he calls a 3-piece with a soda. Doesn't get touched once, and then they cut to Leon Edwards like a couple minutes later, and he's fucking cut.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought I
They've
didn't know
never
it was
fought
Leon
the-
Edwards, but I've seen that.
that was Leon.
When the clip is hilarious because Jorge Masvidal already had his hands behind his back.
Yeah, he's walking up like an old Korean tourist, man.
He already had his hands behind his back when he was talking to the reporter like this. And then Buddy walks by and walks over their hands behind his back as well. And then as soon as he like gets close to him, he's just like, bap. And he, like boom, and then steps back and yeah, man, not touched and hits him, but however many times. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a
the
pretty good
3-piece
little
with the
clip.
soda, man.
3-piece with the soda.
Apparently, he attacked a different UFC fighter like a.
Yeah, he went after Michael Bisping a bunch of times. No, you're talking about Colby Covington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So they fought and Colby won. So Colby Covington's fought Kamaru Usman twice and lost both times, but that's the closest. Like those are some of the best fights you'll see.
He's the closest one. To
Yeah, he
beat
went the
Kamaru
first
Usman.
the first fight he went 4 rounds and got dropped with a minute left in the 5th round, and then the second one it went to a split decision. So and those are championship fights, so 5-minute 5-round fights.
Yeah.
And so he's the closest. Colby Covington beat Jorge Masvidal. Kamaru Usman beat Jorge Masvidal, and Leon Edwards has only fought Kamaru Usman.
So technically, he should be able to beat the other two.
Well, no, technically it should either go to a trilogy between Usman and Leon Edwards,
That's what's gonna happen.
or Leon Edwards has to fight Colby Covington because Colby Covington's earned it. But Colby Covington's also going through some health issues because of when Jorge Masvidal jumped him and sucker punched him, broke his teeth, and gave him a concussion and shit.
Really?
After he already beat him so Colby Covington beats him in the ring, and then like a week later finds out where he's staying at.
No. Apparently, it was like later that night or the next day.
Okay,
the
yeah,
other
so
guy
very-
was hanging out with the Nelk boys at a restaurant, and it's like the three of us hanging out with this fighter, and then you or me or whomever, one of the Nelk boy dudes, is friends with
Jorge.
Masvidal, and just tells him like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually with that guy that you fought yesterday. We're at fucking Brits Fish and Chips," and Jorge's like, "Bet." And then just shows up there and fucking boom, just sucker punches him at the table. I guess there's like
I feel
a
like it's-
TMZ video. I didn't see it.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's kind of a bitch move.
For
Like,
sure
Oh,
it
sure.
is.
Getting beaten in a regulation fight and then trying to like get your friends to like snitch out where this guy is just to go sucker punch him
For
from behind.
sure.
Even
Yeah.
like going and trying to see him and have like yo, dude, fuck the cameras, fuck all that shit. You and I go in this back alley and fucking do this. That's even kind of a goofy move because you're.
But
both
it's better than
professional fucking
sucker
athletes.
punching somebody.
Sucker punching the guy, yeah, that's a super shitty.
And
move.
now he's got some
legal ramifications.
well,
I
not
heard.
only that, but Colby Covington's having some, you don't know how much these guys are embellishing these things, but he's
Yeah.
having some prolonged issues. And I mean, the way he makes money is fighting, and if he's got some serious head injuries now from getting sucker punched and maybe his head smashed into the ground or something, and then he loses his ability to make a comfortable living, then that's not cool. That's why these fights are all sanctioned and they don't do it in the street.
Yeah.
But yeah.
These streets. Nico, did life come up short for you at all this week, or we haven't gotten there yet?
Man, I feel like life's been okay being a short guy recently.
Well, anything good happen for being short that you
Um,
can think of?
Not overly. It's fairly neutral. Yeah, in my day-to-day activities, I'm not really hindered too much or
Adversely
Benefited?
affected.
yeah,
Well, hindered or benefited from?
benefited. Yeah, like I'm not hindered nor benefited from it. I just, yeah, I'll have to put myself in either some more sticky situations or when it comes to fucking being short or
Speaking of sticky situations, we'll go back to that thing at the ledge. When you said, like, yo, we might have to run, I'm thinking, like, yo, that other guy with us ain't running anywhere.
dude, that's what I was thinking too. And it's like, yo, sorry, but what the fuck you want me to do?
What do you-
Carry the guy?
hold
The guy
on.
weighs 300 pounds.
This guy wasn't running because
He's like 300 pounds. He's a
Well,
big boy.
you guys should have just used him as a human shield and then
That's, well, yeah.
fought those other guys.
This at the end of the day, it's like, yo, as long as I can outrun the slowest guy, I'm good.
Remind me
like-
not to go to war with you.
Well,
I'm just
those
joking,
4 guys in that vehicle.
It looked fucked up.
You wait till they get out of the vehicle to fight you, and then Nico, being small and agile, jumps in the truck, steals it, and meets you guys around the corner. And guess what?
I'll
You're up.
drive over them with their own truck.
Yeah, that's Whatever
Oh
you gotta
man,
do.
speaking about driving over people, dude,
Sick segue. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
where
want
this
to know where
goes.
this goes.
there's a video. So apparently in Brazil, they've legally allowed. So there's a fucking huge problem of people getting robbed on motorcycles. Motherfucker will roll up to you on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you're on a motorcycle. No, they're on a
They're
motorcycle.
on the motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
walking down the street, and they'll get off their motorcycle. They'll fucking rob you at knife point or gun point, and take your shit and fuck off. So
Half
apparently,
the time they don't even get off. I've seen the videos they just fucking snatch the
Yeah.
purse, or you got the iPhone with the headphones. They just grab the cord.
yes,
It's all gone.
So apparently, Brazil has made it legal to kill those guys. So now, dude, there's video I saw. It's like a compilation of like, yeah, it's
we
straight
will
up,
not be putting that on them.
straight up compilation.
that will not be in this feed.
So
Link in the bio, though. I'm just kidding.
you guys can go look it up if you want. So basically, you'll see a video of it's a bunch of video security cameras or whatever. People walking down the street, and all of a sudden the guys jump off a bike. Fucking 5 seconds later, a car comes cruising by. Fucking boom, smokes the bike. The 2 fucking robbers, they get sent flying into the air. The 2 people standing on the road that were just getting robbed are kind of just like, oh shit. And that happens like,
Go get your shit back.
go get your shit
Walk
back.
over, pick up your wallet, dust it off.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
pretty much.
Start robbing them.
And like, there was like 5 or 6 videos. There was another video of people running up to other people's cars. Like they'll get off the bike, run up to the car, and the guy in the car will just be like, back up, reverse real quick, drive forward, and like turn into the guy and like fucking send him flying. It's like, man, these guys are fucking wild. You'll see a car out of nowhere, not even involved in the robbery or whatever, coming from the road, and they're just like, they're coming this way, the robbery's going down, going that way, and they're just like, you see the car and it's just like, fucking turn right into the
Just
guy.
yeets it right over?
Yeah, man. And then like, there was the one where the guy got hit by the car and his leg got broken, and he like gets up and he's like, you see his leg, man. He goes to step on it and his leg's just like flops right over, and he's like fucking hopping, trying to get back on the bike. It's like, yo, these guys get like, hopefully they're learning their fucking lesson.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky to be
Hopefully
alive.
someone learns from other people's lessons.
Exactly, man.
What do you got for us, though, Zach? I know we're running out of time here.
I got a couple of disturbing facts for you, and then
Let's
I got
hear
a
'em.
couple riddles you guys might want to fucking
Nice, I like riddles.
mull your heads over. Okay, so within 3 days of death, the enzymes that once digested your dinner begin to digest you. So during the process of digestion, the stomach releases enzymes and acids that break down bigger molecules of food into smaller ones so they can be absorbed by the body as nutrients. The cells lining the inner walls of your intestines are said to release as much as 2 liters of hydrochloric acid. Since the acid is corrosive, the intestines regularly secrete a thick coating of mucus. These secretions ease after you die. As the mucus becomes depleted, the enzymes and the acids start eating through your internal tissues.
Gross.
Yeah, man.
So you rot from the inside out.
That's right, yeah. So I guess if you ever gone to that point where you have to throw up, but there's nothing in your stomach and the bile comes out, I'm guessing that's probably related to the acid that your body, the hydrochloric acid your body naturally produces.
Why your throat fucking burns.
Yeah, I've heard that the acid in your stomach is like fucking insane, and it will like, if you pour it on that fucking counter, it'll like go through the counter, no problem, or some shit like that. Like I heard it, like it's like there's a reason why you got that crazy stomach.
Next week
lining
on
in there.
7 Days... No, I'm just joking. The practice of burying the dead dates back as far as 300,000 years. Burying the dead was part of the doctrine of Paleolithic religions and is believed to have started during the Middle Paleolithic as a religious practice. The earliest confirmed records of burial, however, date back as much as 100,000 years and were found in the School Cave at Kafse, Israel. The skeletal remains were stained in red ochre and were often found to be buried along with other items such as the lower jaw of a wild boar and the arms of the deceased.
Spooky.
That's right.
Why the lower jaw of a wild boar?
I didn't go too far into it, but
Fair
I just
enough.
thought it was kind of cool.
Fair enough, yeah.
Once I read that, I was like, I might end up on a no-fly list or something.
Yeah.
So, about 100 billion people have died in all of human history.
100 billion?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. What do you mean that's it? Well, that's it.
100
That they
billion's a lot.
that's more
There's
people.
7 billion on the
Oh
planet.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's so what it says is that our current world population is 7.4 billion and growing, while according to the estimates by the Population Reference Bureau, there are 107 people who ever lived on this planet. That means for every one living person, there are about 15 people dead.
15? 1
Yeah,
5?
yes, sir. In fact, the 7 billion mark for the number of dead people to equal the number of living was passed somewhere between 8,000 BC and 1 AD. Ironically, though, the population in the past was less than what it is now. There was a significant drop in birth rate in the 20th century from 40 births per 1,000 people per year to 23. That's almost half. There is, however, an unprecedented increase in life expectancy in the 20th century.
People were dying a lot quicker before.
I'll give you guys one more fact and we'll switch to the riddles. Medical mistakes kill over 250,000 Americans each year. If they were a disease, they would be the third leading cause of death in the United States.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, that's why they make you sign those waivers.
Yep. You want to talk about a pandemic?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, you want a riddle?
Don't go to the doctor, people.
What gets wet while drying?
A towel.
Fuck you. Okay, what's the difference between a jeweler and a jailer?
A jeweler and a jailer.
Yeah. It's a play on words.
A jeweler and a jailer.
I'm hungover. My brain. I'm not firing on very many
That's all
cylinders
good.
right now.
Jeweler and a jailer. I got nothing.
A jeweler sells watches and a jailer watches sells.
Mm.
No, you don't like that?
That's funny.
What can
Okay.
you catch but not throw?
A cold?
That's 2 out of 3. I had a boy.
That a boy, yeah.
What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left hand?
Your left hand.
Your right hand? Or your left hand? Yeah.
Fred got that one.
Let's go.
What kind of band never plays music?
Band-Aid?
I mean, that's not the answer, but it could
Like it
be.
could
What kind
yeah.
of band? A rubber band.
That's right.
A rubber band, yeah, fair.
What has many teeth but cannot bite?
A zipper.
Oh, it can bite, trust.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You ever seen There's Something About
There's
Mary?
something about Mary, yeah.
What has many teeth but could not bite?
Home.
That's right, Freddie. That's 2-2. Oh, we should make this into a competition. So you got 2, you got 2. We'll do a couple more. First one is best of 7.
I thought you were going to
Yeah,
say first
okay.
one to 6. I was like, we're going to be here all day.
No, best of 7. So you guys, okay.
Yeah, okay.
What can travel all around the world without leaving its corner?
What can travel all around the world without leaving its corner? The sun? Without leaving its corner?
It's just think about it. I know you're already doing that, but
Yeah, what else are we sitting here doing? What am I going to have for lunch this evening?
What can travel all around the world without leaving its corner?
I don't know.
The corner?
no, a stamp.
A stamp. Yes.
What kind of room has no doors or windows?
What kind of room has no doors or windows?
It can also, this type of room can also induce hallucinations. It's 2-2. Whoever gets this is going taking the lead. What type of
Moving
room?
around out of time trying to figure out
What
these
type
fucking
of
rules.
room has no doors or windows but also makes you have hallucinations?
Mushroom.
There you go. I added the second part because y'all weren't gonna get there, but
You
I probably
weren't.
wouldn't have got there either. I'm only getting them because I'm reading them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What is the end of everything?
The end thing.
G.
Boom. Fred,
Fuck.
Fred wins the whole competition. Hungover? What? Not even, bro.
Let's go.
All right, that's all I got for you boys.
It was funny because I was like, oh fuck, Nico's gonna spell this out quicker than me because I'm all fucked up. Then he said thing. And I was like, wait, no. G.
Nico took a hot start, but that
Cooled
was
off.
a good comeback story, just like Kim Kardashian. You guys know that joke?
No.
Never seen Parks and Rec?
No.
I've seen that clip
Okay.
on Reddit, yeah.
Say it.
Well, it's a blooper, I believe. They didn't make it into the
Yes.
show, but they're like talking about a comeback story, and Chris Pratt's like, "Oh, you mean like Kim Kardashian?" They're like, "No, I don't think so." He's like, "No, I'm pretty sure she had cum on her back in the video." And then all the actors just burst out
They all
laughing.
break character, right?
But yeah.
It's funny.
That's been another episode of 7 Days Makes 1 Week. Thanks for joining us. Join us at the same bat time, same bat channel next week. Try to share our pod for us so we can, more people can see our dumb shit, gang signs, affiliations.